See. Okay. Hey guys, how are you all doing? I'm trying to see what's going on with my computer. Hope that you guys are doing great. Hey, come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I am shining. Hey, how you doing, Reggie? Come on in. Thanks for joining me. Today we are talking about the number one reason people are not in the relationships they deserve and desire. So I'm going to talk about the major thing that causes people not to be in the relationship that they want to be in. Have you ever been in a situation and you keep saying, why do I keep attracting the same type of person? Why is this type of person always in the next person? It's like, are they being cloned? I mean, why am I still in this relationship and I've been saying I want to get out of the relationship? Why is this relationship not going the way that I really want it to go? What is going on? And I'm going to talk today. Hey, Tanya, come on in. I'm going to talk today about the number one reason that most people do not have the relationship that they really, really deserve and desire. I am Michelamonè, your certified life professional and relationship coach. And I am excited about this because I got really passionate about this at 7 o'clock in the morning. Was talking to one of my cousins and I was like, I'm gonna do a live about that because this is something that a lot of people are going through, and it really is it's really something that's obvious but not so obvious, because we talk about things like our standards and what we'll put up with and what we won't put up with, and we say, well, we really want a relationship and we really want this. Hey, Adrian, come on in. We talk about the different things that we really want in a relationship, but I want to know, I'm going to ask you all, how intentional are you really being to get exactly what you want? What does that mean? When you say, I want a different job, right? You go to your computer, you sit down at your computer and you put out a resume. You make sure that your resume is trending. You make sure that the things that are necessary in the resume have everything that it needs. You're putting forth the effort. You're being intentional about getting that job, right? When you are going and you're going to go shopping, you go and you look for whatever it is that you're looking for. You're being intentional about that. When you have to go to the doctor and you say, well, I have to make sure I'm going to the doctor this time, that time, because of my age or whatever the case may be, whatever you're doing, you're being intentional about it. When you go to the dentist, you're being intentional about it. The one major thing that most people are not doing is being intentional about the relationships. Yeah. We talk about all, hey, Danielle, hey, Will, we talk about all these different things like, I have my list of standards and I must make sure that the person I'm with has this, and that. But when that happens, when you put that list together, what do you do with it? Are you really being intentional? When somebody comes along and it looks like a shiny object and they're making you feel good, they're smiling at you and you saying all the right things, do they really have exactly what you're looking for? For instance, for you all that don't know my story, for the last 3 years, I have been abstinent on purpose. Not because I just can't get done, because I'm cute, y'all, okay? I think I am, anyway. So, but I've been abstinent on purpose for the reason that I don't want to keep going through the same things over and over and over again. I have been married several times. So I figured that if I did this over here, if I was married 4 times, and out of those 4 times I had sex with each one of these husbands prior to being married, and they failed, something didn't go right for me. And it may have been, it could have been all the other reasons why. We're not going to talk about why the reasons, but I want to say to myself, you know what, how about if you want something different, something that you've never had before, something that you want to accomplish in a relationship that you want differently, then you're going to have to change some things. You're going to have to shift some things up, because you can't expect to get this better person if you're not. So that was my intention. And what it does is, affairs of the heart are different, though age and baggage becomes major factors. The ability to be flexible is lost. I don't think that it's lost, though, Adrian. It's a choice. And when I tell you, the reason why I say that is because I came with a lot of baggage. 4 marriages, 4 divorces, a lot of baggage. 2 children that didn't come out of either of those marriages, a lot of baggage. Mother that left you when I was 15, died when I was 15, but left me in the house with 2 younger siblings at the age of 7, where I had to steal food and take care of them. A lot of baggage. A whole, being molested, raped, and beat. A lot of baggage. So it doesn't mean that I couldn't be flexible. It means that I didn't know how. I didn't know how to be flexible. I had no idea that I had this baggage. I just knew I was hurt. I knew I've been through some things. I knew that some things had happened to me. But I had no idea that that was baggage and that it was causing this weight on my life and the relationships that I had, so that I wasn't intentional about getting healed. I wasn't intentional about making sure that I set myself up for success the next time I get into a relationship. I wasn't intentional about that. I was just saying, I want to be happy. I'm tired of going through this stuff. I'm tired of dudes cheating on me. I'm tired of being, hurt. I mean, like, man, when am I going to, well, what was I doing to make sure? So because I've been intentional the last 3 years in making sure that Michelamonè is good, then I had to, Kyla, I'm on live. I'm sorry, it's my daughter. I meant to make sure she's all right. You all right? I'm back. Okay, sorry, y'all. Let's make sure my daughter's okay. So since I've been intentional for the last 3 years to make sure that I do not attract the same type of guy, then I had to make sure that Michela was good. So what that has done in the interim of all of this is it's eliminated a whole bunch of people. And I remember in the beginning when I first came out of the healing process and going through all the different things and trying to make sure that I'm good, and I started saying, well, let me start dating now. And I started like, dudes, oh, you can't accept that standard. Oh, okay. I started having my feelings a little bit. But then I had to realize that it's not that my feelings were being hurt. I made intentions and I was sticking to those intentions. And because of that, it was eliminating the people that didn't need to be there. So for instance, with the abstinence, when a dude walk up to me and I tell him, hey, you're not getting that. We hang out, we chill, Netflix and chill, but it ain't gonna come into the warmth. How about that? And he goes, oh, for real? Some of them might try and be like, thinking that they'll hang around a little bit and it'll happen. Or they'll be like, hey, yeah, that ain't something I'm ready for. And I get it. I'm 50 years old almost. How many dudes would be willing to do that? But guess what? The one is all I need. And that's the one that I'm intentional about. Why? Because I know what I want. And I don't intend to break that until I get what I want. Will it take some time? Will it take a process? Absolutely. But I promise you, when you go through a process of intention, you get exactly what you want. And when you feel good and saying, man, I did that. I stuck to my guns and I got exactly what I want. Be intentional about your relationships. When you meet a dude or girl or whoever, you meet somebody and you know what you want and they're coming to you and they're saying, well, let's just see how this gonna go. Let's just, but you know that you want a rock solid full-time relationship that's gonna end up in marriage, then you need to be like, yeah, we on a different page. You cool and everything, but bye. Is it gonna leave you by yourself? Absolutely. But then you have more time to heal from the baggage. You got more time to deal with you. You got more time to make sure that your purpose is set. You have to more time to make sure that not only is your purpose set, but you're working in it. Because when you found working, when you found in your purpose, everything aligns. Everything, I promise you, you'll start to realize that certain doors were not closed because it was something bad. They were closed because you said. You on the runway, you doing this, and you're intentional. You know, that is a major reason why most people do not have the relationship that they want. And I want to let me even tie this into the people who in coupled relationships, be it boyfriend, girlfriend, or marriage. When you don't have the marriage or the relationship that you want, you're not intentional. Let me tell you why. When you go and you arguing and bickering and fighting about stupid stuff, you're not looking at the end of the thing. You're not saying, you know what, I got with this person because I wanted to bring myself with somebody else that we have the like minds and we can come together and we can make this thing work. And if things did not pan out the way that I want them to, they're not going my way, then I have to look at back, take a step back and look at the entire situation and go, so, okay, so they're just really been individuals. They're the person that I liked. Are they different? Ask yourself different questions. Are they different? Are they doing something to harm me? Or are they just being who they are? And was I just with rose-colored glasses in the beginning? And now that the rose-colored glasses are off, now I'm looking at you crazy like, dude, what's that? No, it's not that. It's you not being intentional. Think about the end of the thing. What's the purpose of your relationship? Are you working towards something? And if you are, am I tripping about the little stupid things? Why am I arguing about some socks on the floor? Why am I tripping that my partner likes to wind down on Facebook? If it's not harming the relationship, let that person be who they are. Look at the end of the thing. What's your purpose? When you start to do that, you will start to, the boundaries become soothing. And you become who you are, and you allow that person to become who they are. And then you start to respect the individuality of those people. And then you realize, wow, let's just, instead of us trying to hit each other and walk around and let's just be harming. Let's dance. Let's dance this thing out. Because that's what it takes. It takes harmonizing with your partner. And when you harmonize, nobody forces anybody to make the sound that they make. They make the sounds that they're supposed to make, and they just work together in harmony. That's what that is. You know, preach, take that step out of loving yourself. Absolutely, take the time out to loving yourself, or you wasn't paying attention. Right. You know, and sometimes we don't pay attention, Brianna, cousin, to those doors, to those different things, because we're too busy blinded by ego, by selfishness, and by baggage. Those are three things that harm relationships: ego, selfishness, and baggage. Ego kind of tie in together because your ego is bruised when you're being selfish. But I have trouble equating sex and successful relationship. What does your spirit attract? What are you giving off in the universe? The older you get, the harder it gets. At 50, it's crucial to find someone who gets you and shares that purpose. People are so set in their ways and don't want to give. Let me say this. Have you ever been in a relationship and you had sex and then you started to see things about this person that really were there when you think hindsight, really were there before, but sex is so powerful that it covers your eyes to the things that you really need to see? It's a soul tie. It's going to do that. It's designed to do that, especially if you're doing it outside of marriage. And I don't judge nobody. I've done it. But I'm saying that when there's a transference of energy that happens in sex, and it makes you attract even when you're not attracted. Ever had sex with somebody that when you look back and you go, why was I doing that? It was the sex. But when you get to know somebody and you take that off the table, you're able to see them for who they really is. Who they really is. That wasn't right. Who they really are. Is there anything you deem unforgivable in a relationship, or do you feel that in time and strength, all is able to be overcame? Clever since forever, I really believe that everything is unforgivable, except for putting your hands on somebody. Laying your hands on me can cause somebody to die. And if you die, you can't, okay, yeah. So, but infidelity is unforgivable. You just have to be able to be together with both parties, everybody in it to win it. And if you're in it to win it, you can work towards getting coaching, getting therapy, getting counseling, and then move on because things happen. I keep saying, you know, I had infidelity in all of my marriages. One, I had nothing. I couldn't couldn't compete. Okay, so but the had I known what I know today, which I don't regret, but I'm just saying so that you can understand. Had I known what I know today, I'll be with the first husband, and we'd be married almost 20, 30, almost 30. Wait, what's this? Almost 20 something years. Why? Because I would have worked through that infidelity. I would have known that, you know, forgiveness means that I want to get forgiven. Oh, I've done some ungodly things, and God forgave me. So I have to extend the same grace that I want extended to me. And I actually learned that from my last husband, who y'all know cheated on me with a man. And he used to talk about that all the time. You have to extend grace just like you want the grace extended. And I really respect him for that, because I did try to extend the grace even after that, because I knew that there was purpose in the relationship. But because of the unforgiveness that I couldn't get past, it was best to just split and go away and let that off. Infidelity wise, what if it's close to home, family member or best friend? Everybody deserves grace. Now, this is the thing with that. The caveat to that is simply this. If you don't think that you can live in the relationship and not hold it over the person's head continuously, I mean, when you get into that argument and you bring it up again, or you sitting there thinking about it all day long, or everything triggers, then it's best to get out of it. And I'll even go biblically about that, how even God knew that we would not be able to forgive as easily. He knew that, because he talks about, that's why divorce is there, because we don't forgive like he does. And we have to learn how to extend that grace. We have to learn how. So when we don't extend that grace, I promise you, you will find yourself in position where you need the grace extended, and you're going to think about, man, I should have extended that grace. So I think that there is nothing outside of abuse, because mental abuse is just as bad as physical. Any type of abuse is get out, walk away, because if somebody's abusing you, they don't have full faculty, and they could cause life to be lost. So I don't do abuse. But anything else, I really believe that people can be forgiven for. So have you ever sought therapy? Oh, absolutely. I was seeking therapy when Black folks thought it was not good. Oh, you don't go to counseling. Nobody don't do that. Again, clever since forever. I have been through a lot of things in my life. I'm a suicide advocate, because I am a 3-time attempt survivor. And I know what that feels like and what that looks like. And I know what depression is real. And a lot of people don't understand that. So I was seeking therapy way back when. Coaching is what actually helped me. Coaching and the arts. I was able to express myself on the stage, and that helped me. And in the part of me being, going through the process of being in the plays and stuff, I had the coaching. I had somebody coaching me to learn how to exert that energy on the stage. Coaching is what helped me. Therapy, not so much, because it kept me digging up the dirt, but it didn't tell me where to put it. It didn't tell me how to move from the dirt. So I had to learn how through coaching, because coaching takes you from where you currently are. It may go back a little bit, but only for purpose. It doesn't stay there. And when you come when you come from back there, it says, all right, leave it there, leave it back there, and let's move forward. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't know with therapy. I feel you 100% on the abuse. Absolutely. I don't do abuse. So anybody else have any other questions? People are saying, yeah, I read that one already. So, I mean, I just really think that sit down with yourself. You know, how do you become intentional about your relationship? Find out what the purpose is. Just like any other why. Everybody's listening to motivational videos and Tony Robbins and Oprah Winfrey, and you talk about Michael Jordan, and you talk about all these different people who have coaches who have walked them through successes. Your success financially is no different than your success relational. It's no different. If you can do whatever you can do to financially be where you want to be, do those exact same things in your relationships to be successful. Because I promise you, when you start getting the money and your relationships suck, you won't keep the money, or you're going to be bitter and by yourself with the money. So it takes you to be successful in all areas. That's when you come full circle. I need to find an outlet for depression right now. It's food, and that's not working. And that's not going to work, because all it's going to do is make you, I used to emotional eat. Emotional eating simply puts you in a spot, in a circle, in a circle. So you'll start here emotionally eating, and then you'll come around this side and you'll go, man, I gained 10 pounds. And then you'll come back around and say, now I'm just eat a little bit. So the more you eat and you're gaining weight and you're being saddened or disgusted with yourself, it's just this spiral. You're going to have to find something that's going to make you feel good. And you got to start with affirming yourself. You should be affirming yourself every day in the mirror. And I promise you, the very first time that you do it, you're going to cry like a baby, because you're not going to believe it. But go onto my site, www.thecorewoman.com. I have a 365-day affirmation ebook that's free. You can download that, put it on your phone, read those affirmations every single day, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day. It doesn't matter how you feel. Continue to affirm yourself. You got to build yourself up and get around people that can affirm you. If you can, get you a coach. If you are able to, reach out to me. Go ahead and make an appointment with me, and I can give you a strategy on how we can get that fixed, because I've gone from 32 years plus of low self-esteem, lack of confidence, and depression. And I love me, honey, today. Can't nobody tell me nothing about Michelamonè. So I understand what that looks like. I keep telling people I've been through more than what 10 women put together have been through in this one little body. And I believe that is why I created the Core Woman Academy, because I believe that everything that I've been through is because it has set me in position to be able to help millions of women. Because you can't, if you ain't never been through nothing and you've only been through one thing, but you haven't been through anything, everybody can talk about how, oh, the Spirit told me. Yeah, the Spirit can tell you, but it ain't nothing like going through the things and then coming out and saying, hey, I've been through that too, and you can get through that. So make an appointment with me. Will you do one-on-one via chat to ask questions? Not right now, because I am in the process of getting myself packed. I actually did this because I promised that I was going to do it, and had to realize that, Michelamonè, you on your way to do something. You have to get ready for a funeral. So I'm preparing a eulogy for my aunt's funeral. So I won't be able to do that today, but inbox me or make an appointment. We can talk. Yeah, so thank you so very much, you all, for coming on here and listening to me. I just want you to be intentional about your relationships. Hey, Dad, I'll see you soon. Be intentional about your Thank you so much, Clever Sis Forever. Be intentional. Make sure that you understand why you are in the relationship that you are in. If you do not know why you are in that relationship, and it can't be love, because like Tina Turner said, what love got to do with it? I promise you, love cannot be the only reason why you're in a relationship. It cannot. Because there's going to be some times after 20, 30 years, you're going to look over and go, and why are you here? What for? And there's going to be some times and you're going to be like, oh, I just love them. But it's going to be it's going to be up and down. So you can't, yes, you're going to say, I love this person, but you may not feel the love. So that can't be your why. Why are you in the relationship? What is the purpose behind it? If there's no purpose, y'all need to come together. I ain't say walking away, but y'all need to come together and figure out why you're together. What's the purpose? Because there has to be a purpose in it. If you're not intentional about the relationship will then die out. Intentions bring focus. Focus brings purpose. Purpose brings success. I am Michelamonè, your certified life professional and relationship coach. And if just real quick, if you guys want to be a part of my challenge, the whole month of February is free. It doesn't cost you anything. All you got to do is some time and just love on people. I'm doing a challenge, and I'm giving away 3 $50 Visa gift cards at the end on the 29th on my live. So but you have to sign up. You have to sign up. So that's the only thing you have to do at the www.thecorewomanfreegift.com// the month of love. And you can get the calendar along with the explanations of what's going to be happening. We're starting this on Saturday, so it's going to be really exciting. So I'm so excited about that. And I'm going to be giving away 3 Visa gift cards on the 29th of February for those people who are doing the challenge. You have to do all the challenges in order to be a part of that drawing. You just can't sign up and don't do anything. So you'll see with all the instructions. But again, I'll give you that. I'll put that into for Instagram. It is in my bio. That link is there. But for Facebook, I'll go ahead and put that link in the description so that you guys can be a part if you want. I'll talk to you guys later. Love you and love on yourself and somebody else. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.